Hello, how are you? My name is Denise Noto, RN, BSN, and this is my reflection go react for phase 1 of D029. I was able to research starting the phase, some of the emerging technologies. Sometimes I think that I found technologies that I use every day at work, and I don't even think of them as technology anymore. I think of them as like necessary to my job. I can't imagine doing my job without an IV pump or, for that matter, an electronic health record. And it was also interesting to see some of the newer things that are being used today and what's coming. I was able to meet with a nursing informatics specialist at Nuvat's health system where I work. Her name was Liz. She was recommended, it was recommended that I speak to her by my education director, and she said that she's pretty talented at taking data and really giving it back to the units in a useful way so that we can make improvements. So that was cool to talk to her. She started as a NICU nurse and did that for a lot of years. I think she got her master's like we are doing, and now she is down in Norwalk and kind of works for the whole health system. We were able to talk about one of the things that she's working on is in PowerChart, which is part of Cerner, which is the software that we use for electronic health record. So far, doctors have been able to access that patient chart on their mobile phone. They've been able to put in orders and interface sort of with the chart, but they haven't been able to put in medication orders. And that is what's coming now through pharmacy, and they had to work with a lot of different levels. So that's going to be really awesome for nurses on the floors. If you're working with your patient and you need a different order, something's not working, you need something more, you can just, text or call that doc and they can put that in wherever they are right on their mobile phone. So that's going to really decrease errors, and then also, just be able to better and in a more timely fashion give your patients what they need. So that's really awesome. The 5 technologies that I was able to research, one was telehealth, telemedicine. I don't know about you, but I appreciated that technology during the pandemic. I was able to see my primary care physician three times via telehealth. I was able to do a dermatology visit via telehealth. It was really awesome in a time when we just couldn't get into the doctor's office, or it was just kind of uncomfortable for them and for us to be there. I also was able to watch a couple videos. There was a really cool video about some veterans in Montana that are like hundreds of miles from the nearest veterans hospital, and so they just don't get care a lot. Maybe there's storms, maybe they whatever, and they're able to go in, see a nurse at these clinics, and interact with their doctor, and their nurse is like checking them out, and all of it's being sent to that doctor, on the telehealth screen. They can see in their ears. That it's amazing. I was really impressed. I think that is, if I could do 50% of my doctor's visits through telehealth, I would, rather than driving there waiting. I know it's easier if you lay eyes on people, but sometimes it's a great option. The second technology that I researched was electronic health records. I remember charting on paper charts. I definitely think it's amazing that I can create sort of a document, for instance, about the labor, delivery, birth, and postpartum sort of capture that event, and I can create that record in a patient's chart, and it kind of can tell a story. And rather than being pieces of paper and going through all these documents, electronic health records. I think now, as of 2020, all of the different specialties the software can speak to each other, and that way, even when I am a patient, I've got one chart, and doctors can look at that, and then they can see my labs, and they can see things in real time. So that's a really awesome technology. Like I said, the automated IV pump was another technology. I couldn't do my job without an IV pump. It wouldn't be safe. I'm always titrating drips, bolusing people, giving antibiotics, giving people fluids. It's very important, and it can be annoying when it's beeping at me, but it really helps me do my job. I can't imagine calculating drips. I remember learning that in nursing school. It's a lot of time, and it's really easy to make a mistake. So I think that's a really important technology. Another technology that I looked into was robots, and I was really surprised how many kinds of robots there are. We have a robot that comes to our unit, and it delivers supplies, but that's about it. I hear about the docs talking about robots that help them, do surgeries, but there are robots for lifting, customer service, companion robots for maybe the elderly in a care home. Like I said, delivering supplies, and now they are going to be at our hospital delivering meds for a patient, to sort of like fill up that patient's med box. And there are also chatbots. Chatbots can answer questions that the patients have and sort of notify the nurse if they think it warrants the nurse actually going and talking to the patient. And the final technology that I love is smart alarm technology. I use this a lot in the recovery room after a C-section. I try to, if I have someone who's really sleepy, and they're just making that alarm go off all the time, just bring it down to one. And when it goes off, I'd say take a breath. But if it's dinging all the time, all these alarms are going off all the time, I start to not pay attention. So I think if I can dial those parameters on smart alarm technology, I'm a better nurse, because then I can see when it really is a high blood pressure or a low pulse ox. That's something that really needs attention immediately. Also on the fetal monitors, we have the smart alarm technology, and it does help me know, what is going on with the baby's heart rate. And so I think those kinds of things are very important, so that we can have alarms, but not too many alarms. So I hope you're learning as much as I am while we learn about technology and data, and good luck with the rest of the course. Thank you for watching the video.